Hello, my wonderful English learners. Welcome back to our storytelling journey. Let me ask you something very personal, but I think many of you will understand exactly what I mean. Have you ever been in a situation where you knew English words in your mind? You could read them, you understood them perfectly, but when you needed to speak, your mouth just wouldn't open? Maybe you were in a meeting, or talking to a native speaker, or even just ordering coffee. The words were right there in your head, but something invisible held your voice prisoner. Today, I want to tell you the story of Liam, a young person who lived in this exact prison for years. Liam could understand English movies, read English books, and score well on English tests. But when it came to speaking, silence. Complete, overwhelming silence. Let me teach you this word. Overwhelming. O-V-E-R-W-H-E-L-M-I-N-G. It means so strong or intense that it feels impossible to handle. But Liam discovered something that changed everything. Liam learned that the barrier wasn't about vocabulary or grammar rules. The real barrier was fear. And fear, unlike grammar, can be conquered through courage. Conquered means defeated or overcome, like winning a battle. Are you ready to discover how Liam broke free from the prison of silence and found their voice in English? Let's begin this courage-building journey together. Liam was 15 years old, living in a small town where English was like a magic key to the wider world. Everyone said, "Learn English and opportunities will come to you." So Liam studied hard. Vocabulary lists, grammar exercises, English movies with subtitles, language learning apps. Liam's reading and writing skills became quite good. Subtitles are the written words that appear on the bottom of a movie screen to help you understand what people are saying. But there was one terrifying problem. Liam couldn't speak English aloud. It started in English class when Liam was called to read a paragraph. The words were familiar on the page, but when Liam tried to speak them, something strange happened. The throat closed up, the heart started racing, and only silence came out. Racing means beating very fast, like a car going at high speed. The teacher waited patiently. The other students stared, and Liam sat there, frozen, while the English words stayed locked inside. That day, without realizing it, Liam made a decision deep in the subconscious mind. It's safer to be silent. Subconscious means the part of your mind that works without you thinking about it consciously. From that moment, Liam became an expert at avoiding English-speaking situations. When tourists asked for directions, Liam would pretend not to understand. When opportunities came up to join English conversation groups, Liam would find excuses to stay home. The problem wasn't lack of knowledge. The problem was fear. Pure, paralyzing fear. Paralyzing means making you unable to move or act, like being frozen. This fear whispered cruel things in Liam's mind. You're not ready yet. You're not good enough. Everyone will laugh at your pronunciation. Stay quiet. It's safer. Years passed this way. Liam continued studying English in private, but never speaking it aloud. The knowledge grew, but the confidence remained buried under layers of fear. The breaking point came when Liam was 22 years old. Liam had applied for a remote internship with an international design company, a dream job that could change everything. After reviewing Liam's portfolio, the company invited Liam to an online interview. This was the moment Liam had been preparing for, without realizing it, for 7 years. Portfolio is a collection of your best work that shows your skills and abilities. The interview began well. The interviewer, Sarah, was kind and encouraging. She looked at Liam's design work on the screen and said, "This is impressive. Tell me about your creative process." It was a simple question. Liam knew exactly how to answer. The words were perfectly arranged in Liam's mind, ready to flow out. But nothing came. Creative process means the steps and methods you use to create something new. Liam's mouth opened, then closed. The familiar fear gripped Liam's throat. The heart raced. The mind went blank. After what felt like an eternity, Liam whispered, I'm sorry. I need to think." Sarah waited patiently, but as the silence stretched longer, she gently said, "Maybe we can reschedule when you're feeling more prepared?" The interview ended. The opportunity disappeared. Reschedule means to arrange a meeting for a different time. That night, sitting alone in the dark, Liam realized something devastating. I have the English inside me, but I have locked it away so deep that I don't know how to open that lock. Devastating means extremely upsetting and destructive. Liam had lost this opportunity not because of lack of talent or knowledge, but because of lack of voice. The silence had spoken louder than any words could have. That night, Liam made a different kind of decision. I will not let fear steal my future anymore. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can learn more English through stories with us. The day after the failed interview, Liam stood in front of the bathroom mirror, feeling both determined and terrified. I'm going to speak one sentence in English every night, Liam decided. Just one sentence to my own reflection. Reflection means the image you see of yourself in a mirror. It sounds simple, but for Liam, it felt like preparing to climb Mount Everest. That first night, Liam looked in the mirror and tried to say, "I want to speak English." But the fear was so strong that only a whisper came out. "I want to." Even that whisper felt like a victory. Victory means winning or succeeding at something difficult. The second night was easier. "I want to speak English" came out a little clearer. By the end of the first week, Liam could say the sentence at normal volume while looking directly into their own eyes. This might be the smallest step in the world, Liam thought, but it's my step. Liam began to expand the practice. Week 2, speaking to the mirror for 2 minutes. Week 3, recording the voice on a phone. Week 4, speaking to objects around the house. Expand means to make something bigger or include more things. The breakthrough came when Liam realized something important. I've been treating speaking like a knowledge problem, but it's actually a muscle memory problem. Muscle memory means when your body learns to do something automatically through repetition, like riding a bicycle. Liam understood that just like athletes train their legs and singers train their vocal cords, English speakers need to train their mouths, tongues, and confidence. I've been learning English like studying for a math test, Liam reflected. But speaking is more like learning to dance or play piano. You have to practice the movements, not just memorize the theory. Theory means ideas and principles as opposed to practical action. This realization changed everything. Liam stopped focusing so much on perfect grammar and started focusing on building the courage to make sounds, any sounds, in English. The fear was still there, but now Liam had a plan to fight it. With this new understanding, Liam developed what they called mouth training, daily exercises to build both speaking skills and courage. Morning mirror practice. Liam would stand in front of the mirror, make eye contact with their reflection, and speak about simple topics. Today I'm going to. Yesterday I felt. My favorite thing is. At first, the grammar was broken and the pronunciation was unclear. But Liam had learned a crucial lesson. Broken English is better than perfect silence. Crucial means extremely important, making a big difference. Recording and listening back. Liam would record short voice messages on the phone, then listen back, not to judge harshly, but to hear progress. Each day, the voice sounded a little more confident. Shadowing practice. Liam would play English videos and repeat sentences immediately after hearing them, copying the rhythm and melody of native speakers. Shadowing means repeating something immediately after you hear it, like an echo. Speaking to objects. This might sound silly, but Liam would have conversations with furniture, plants, and pictures. Hello, chair. You look comfortable today. How are you feeling? The objects never judged. They never corrected grammar. They were perfect practice partners. Daily Topics Challenge. Each day, Liam would speak for 2 minutes about a simple topic. Favorite foods, childhood memories, weekend plans. No preparation, just speaking freely. But the most powerful technique was what Liam called reframing fear. Reframing means looking at something from a different perspective, changing how you think about it. Instead of thinking, I'm afraid because I'm not ready, Liam learned to think, I'm afraid because this matters to me. Fear became a signal of importance, not a reason to stop. Signal means a sign that tells you something important. After 2 months of this daily practice, something amazing happened. Liam was walking past a group of tourists who looked confused and lost. In the old days, Liam would have walked quickly past them. But that day, something different happened. Excuse me, Liam said in English, do you need help? The words came out clearly and naturally. The tourists smiled gratefully and asked for directions to the train station. Liam gave perfect directions, had a brief, friendly conversation, and the tourists thanked them warmly before leaving. Standing alone on the street afterward, Liam realized something incredible. I just spoke English with strangers, and the world didn't end. I didn't die. Nothing bad happened. This was Liam's first real English victory. Victory means a success, especially after overcoming difficulties.
Encouraged by that first real-world success, Liam began actively seeking opportunities to speak English with strangers. Coffee Shop Challenge. Instead of ordering coffee in their native language, Liam would practice ordering in English, even when it wasn't necessary. Good morning. Could I have a cappuccino, please? The baristas were always patient and friendly. Each interaction built more confidence. Interaction means communication or conversation between people. Tourist helper. Liam started deliberately walking through areas where tourists gathered, ready to offer help when needed. Giving directions, recommending restaurants, explaining local customs. Each conversation was practice that mattered to real people. English video calls. Liam joined online English conversation groups with people from different countries. The first few calls were terrifying, but each one became easier. Thinking in English. The breakthrough moment came when Liam realized they had started thinking in English without trying. Internal conversations, plans for the day, even dreams were happening in English. I'm not just learning English anymore, Liam realized. I'm living inside English. Internal means happening inside your mind, private thoughts. But the biggest test was still coming. After 6 months of daily practice, Liam decided to try something that had been impossible before: giving a presentation in English class. The topic was My Future Career Goals. Liam had avoided speaking in class for years, but now felt ready to try. Standing in front of 25 classmates, Liam felt the familiar fear rising. The heart raced, the palms sweated, but this time something was different. Palms refers to the inside part of your hands that sweat when you're nervous. I used to think fear meant I wasn't ready, but now I know fear just means this matters to me. Liam took a deep breath and began. Good morning, everyone. Today I want to talk about my dreams for the future. The presentation wasn't perfect. There were grammar mistakes, pronunciation errors, and moments of hesitation. But Liam spoke clearly, confidently, and authentically for 7 full minutes. Authentically means being genuine and true to yourself, not pretending to be someone else. When it ended, the class applauded warmly. Several classmates came up afterward and said, "That was really inspiring," and "Your English has improved so much." But the most important moment was internal. Liam realized silence is heavier than any mistake. It doesn't protect you, it traps you. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you can learn more English through stories with us.
1 year after the failed interview, Liam received an email that made their heart race with excitement, not fear. Another international company had seen Liam's design portfolio online and wanted to schedule an interview for a remote position. This time, Liam was ready. The interview was with Maria, the creative director. She began with the same type of question that had paralyzed Liam a year earlier. Tell me about your creative process and what motivates your design work. But this time, Liam smiled confidently and began speaking clearly and naturally. Thank you for asking. My creative process begins with understanding the human story behind each project. I believe design isn't just about making things look beautiful. It's about solving real problems for real people. Motivates means gives you reasons and energy to do something. Liam spoke for 5 minutes, explaining their philosophy, sharing specific examples, and even asking thoughtful questions about the company's vision. Philosophy means your beliefs and principles about how things should work. When the interview ended, Maria smiled and said, "Liam, I'm impressed not just by your design skills, but by how clearly and authentically you communicate. That's exactly what we need for this international role." 3 days later, Liam received the job offer. The remote position allowed Liam to work with teams from 15 different countries. Liam led weekly presentations, mentored junior designers, and became known for clear, helpful communication. Mentored means guided and taught someone with less experience. 6 months into the job, during a video call with the entire global team, Liam's boss said something that made Liam's heart swell with pride. "I want to recognize Liam for their outstanding communication this quarter. Your English is clear, professional, and, most importantly, human. You make complex ideas accessible to everyone." Outstanding means excellent, much better than normal. Accessible means easy to understand, not complicated. That evening, Liam called their parents to share the good news about a promotion and salary increase. Liam's father, who had worried for years about Liam's career prospects, said with tears in his eyes, "I'm so proud of you. not just for your success, but for your courage. You found your voice, and now the whole world can hear it. Prospects means possibilities and opportunities for the future. Liam had come full circle, from the silent, fearful teenager to a confident professional communicating with people around the globe every day. But the most important transformation was internal. Liam had learned that English fluency wasn't about perfect grammar or accent. It was about the courage to be authentic, to share your thoughts and ideas, even when imperfect. Full circle means returning to where you started, but having gained experience and growth along the way. Let me summarize Liam's incredible journey from silence to confident speech. Liam's transformation happened through these key realizations. The real barrier was fear, not knowledge. Liam knew English, but was paralyzed by fear of making mistakes. Speaking is muscle memory. Like learning to play piano, speaking requires physical practice, not just mental study. Broken English is better than perfect silence. Starting imperfectly is better than never starting at all. Fear means something matters. Instead of avoiding fear, Liam learned to use it as motivation. Courage is a muscle. The more you practice being brave, the easier it becomes. Authenticity beats perfection. People want to hear your real voice, not a perfect imitation. Key vocabulary to remember: overwhelming, so strong or intense that it feels impossible to handle. Paralyzing, making you unable to move or act, like being frozen. Muscle memory, when your body learns to do something automatically through repetition. Reframing, looking at something from a different perspective. Authentically, being genuine and true to yourself. The most important lesson: speaking English isn't about having perfect grammar or pronunciation. It's about having the courage to share your thoughts, ideas, and personality with others, even when you make mistakes. Remember, Liam's discovery: silence is heavier than any mistake. It doesn't protect you, it traps you. Questions for reflection. Do you recognize yourself in Liam's early struggles with speaking fear? Which of Liam's practice techniques sounds most helpful for building speaking confidence? What's one small step you could take today to practice speaking English aloud? Important note: Liam's techniques worked well for him, but everyone's language learning journey is unique. Some people might benefit from different approaches, and that's perfectly okay. The key is finding what works for your personality and learning style. Your courage challenge. Try Liam's mirror technique this week. Spend just 2 minutes each day speaking to your reflection about simple topics. Remember, broken English is better than perfect silence. Like Liam, you have valuable thoughts, ideas, and experiences to share with the world. Your voice matters, and with practice and patience, you can find the courage to let it be heard. Don't forget to like this video if Liam's journey inspired you. Subscribe for more stories about language learning courage, and share in the comments. What's one fear about speaking English that you're ready to face? Until next time, my wonderful English learners, remember,
Your voice has value. Your thoughts deserve to be heard. And courage grows stronger with practice. You have everything you need to find your voice in English.